And welcome back to another episode. We're so glad to have you here today. Today we have another special episode because we're going to be applying a ceramic coat on the Tesla Model Y. If you're new to the channel or you've been stopping by from time to time, we'd really appreciate it if you'd click the subscribe button and join us as we continue to post content regularly. Also, if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave us a comment below. So the ceramic coat product that we'll be installing today is Nano Glass, and it is sold at formytesla.com. Formytesla.com is a big sponsor of this channel, as you may know by now. We continue to work closely with Jerry over at formytesla.com as we continue to review products and show you offerings including floor mats, mattresses, and now ceramic coating. Like the floor mats that we reviewed recently, the 3D Max Spiders, the ceramic coat kit that formytesla.com offers is a very reasonable price. At just $150, it is well below what the average is to have this done professionally. Here locally, it's about $700 to $2,500 to have a ceramic coat professionally installed. Lower in that price range, you're going to be a lot closer to what you're doing yourself with this DIY kit. Higher into that price range, there's other services, of course, that are included in that. But the point is, there's a lot of money to be saved if you'll just put in the labor and the time all on your own. Installing a ceramic kit is not very hard to do on your own. As a matter of fact, it's pretty simple. There are some techniques and some things that you need to keep in mind, and the prep work is the most important part. This is the area that you really need to be comfortable and put the time and effort in to ensure the best possible application. Unfortunately, Teslas are not known to be shipped with the best paint jobs on them, and there are a number of issues involved that you need to address on your own. So if you don't feel comfortable doing this, you might want to consider having this done by a professional. However, if you're comfortable with any type of waxing or polishing or buffing of paint, which most people that are handy enough can do this. Even if you've never done it before, it's pretty simple and I'll show you. So like I said, the DIY kit is $150, but if you use our code BTGCC, you will get $10 off, making this a pretty good value. The kit is going to come with 2 applicator pads, which are very nice and convenient, as well as a microfiber towel. We'll talk about that more later. But it's also going to come with a base coat, a top coat, and a spray-on sealant. So this is a 3-step process after you've washed the car. To begin, it's really important that you get the surface of your car as clean as possible. I highly recommend using Dawn dish soap as there's no additives in that detergent that are going to leave residue on the car. You want everything off of the surface of this car. After you've cleaned the car and you've dried it completely, here's a pro tip. Get a Ziploc bag, put your hand inside of it, and rub the paint. If you can feel bumps all over the paint, you're probably best to go ahead and clay bar the car. Clay barring a car sounds overwhelming, but it's actually really not that hard to do. The kit that we're using here was pretty inexpensive, but it does take some time to do. There are more advanced kits that don't use a piece of clay any longer that are also nice considerations as well. I'll put links in the description for your review. Once you have the car clean and you are comfortable with the surface of the paint, it's now time to apply the base coat. So here's how you're going to do this. Do no more than 1 panel at a time. The base coat ceramic is going to dry pretty fast as the moisture evaporates from the surface. It's going to look extremely hazy, and that's when you know that it's time to buff off. It takes about 5 minutes of sitting there before it's time to buff. If you do the entire car before you buff, you are going to have a very difficult task of removing the ceramic coat. So after about 5 minutes, you're going to take the microfiber towel that's included and you're just going to buff this off. And as you're going, it's going to be easy to see once you've removed it all, and you should be left with a very nice shine. The microfiber towel included seems a little bit cheap at first, but the reason is the microfibers are actually pretty thin, and this is a benefit for removing the ceramic coat. Because ceramic is so hard, it's not going to remove like a wax, so it's very important that you use the microfiber towel included or one similar. Do not use a thick or soft microfiber to do this job. It will make it much, much more difficult. They recommend doing a 2 foot by 2 foot section at a time. However, I had success doing an entire panel at a time, and I recommend you do the same. It's going to take you about 45 minutes to do the whole car, but that's just to get the first layer on and then off. Make sure after you've applied, you allow the car to sit in a cool area for 24 hours. After that 24 hours, you're going to go back, make sure that the surface is clean, take a microfiber towel, wipe off any dust or debris that's come onto the car since, and then you're going to apply the top coat. The top coat goes on exactly the same way you did the base coat. You're also going to need to allow 24 hours for this to cure. After that 24 hours has passed, once again, wipe the surface of any dust and debris and apply the top sealant in the spray bottle. Once you've done these 3 things, you're done. So it takes about 2 days to do the base coat and the top coat. And the morning of the 3rd day, you're just going to do a quick 15-minute detail with the spray sealant. One of the nice things about this particular kit is it will allow you to apply on trim and on windows as well as the wheels. And I highly recommend doing all surfaces, including the windows. If you're uncomfortable with the windows, maybe skip the windshield for your own peace of mind. However, if you're in an area like I am where the water is extremely hard, there's a lot of material in our water that leaves big water spots on the car. This is going to help with the hydroponic qualities of that water sitting on the surface of the car and running off. This makes drying the car a lot easier, but also maintaining it easier. The biggest benefit that I see from this product is not just protecting the paint from light scratches and debris, but also, although it's still not recommended, it makes it a lot safer to go through a normal car wash. So if you have kids and you have a busy life, you may not have the time to hand wash your car all the time, and sometimes it's nice to just go through the car wash and get all the debris off from, say, a road trip, or come winter, get that salt off the car pretty quickly. Of course, a hands-free car wash would be best. However, by having the ceramic coat on, it's going to help protect, although there's no guarantee it won't scratch the car. But for us, it's plenty protection to drive through a car wash and save a lot of time by not having to hand wash it ourselves. And as we're coming into winter, hand washing is not a practical option as it gets very cold here. Once you've applied the ceramic coat, assuming you did it correct, they advertise it should last 3 or more years on the car, which is great protection. Now, there are environmental factors that could impact how long this is going to last, but one kit should do 2 applications, at least in my experience. So this one kit for $150, I have enough material to do 2 full cars. That's really a good value, especially when you consider you'd be paying $700 at minimum to have a professional do this. So we've saved about $550 by doing it ourselves. And with our discount code, you can also save an additional $10. There is time involved with this, and I cannot stress enough how important that first wash is. Getting absolutely as much out of the paint as you possibly can is crucial to the success of installing any ceramic kit. Anything that you don't get off, when you apply that base coat, it's going to be trapped into the paint for at least 3 years. One other consideration that you want to have is, are you ever going to have PPF installed? We did a video, and I'll include a link up here, on installing a PPF. We did a DIY kit here and saved a lot of money there as well. You can check that video out as well. This ceramic coat is safe to apply on top of PPF, so it is a good option for that. If you are going to do a PPF kit, do not install a ceramic coat before you install the PPF. Once the ceramic coat is on, it will not allow a PPF to properly adhere to the paint. So you must decide before you install any ceramic coat if you're going to do that PPF first. Go ahead and get that on and then do everything at once on top of the PPF. In our case, we did a partial frontal, which was part of the fenders, part of the hood, and the front bumper with a PPF kit. The ceramic coat goes right on top of that, and then for the rest of the car, just simply right on top of the paint. I'm pretty pleased with this product. Quite honestly, these ceramic coatings are very similar. There's a lot of options now, especially for the DIYer. Prices can range from $90 to $250 depending on which one you go with. I like this product because it comes with everything that you need. It also matches the same ratings as what's widely available out there with a hardness rating of 9H. 9H is a pretty good hardness, meaning it's going to hold up to scratches better than a softer material. Generally, wax does a good job of protecting paint and enhancing shine, but one of the drawbacks is it wears out really quickly and it does not have a hardness factor anywhere near what ceramic coats do. And that's why ceramic coatings have been so successful in the recent years. So again, go to formytesla.com, get your ceramic DIY kit from Duragloss, use code BTGCC to save $10, and do this yourself. Save a bunch of money over a professional. Something is better than nothing, and for a fraction of the cost, you can add protection to your new Tesla in ways that it really needs to have protection. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you found this video helpful, I hope you'll give it the thumbs up and leave us a comment below. Thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll catch you next time.